Hello everyone, an intraday video and update of course for NASDAQ, SPX and Dow Jones. We're gonna dive of course in the 1 hour chart, but before we do this, of course what we saw today is a very likely potential wave 4 that we were talking about. Still can be a possibility in an ending diagonal here as an ABC, or is still a possibility for a finished wave Y as we mentioned before. This unfortunately it will bring us back of course with this wave 4 over there, and that means wave 3 finished here and wave 5 as an extension still might be possible, guys. I still see of course a possibilities for that, especially that currently we are very impulsive on NASDAQ. I will see a very massive 1 2 3 4 and a 5, and that means of course if this is a start of a something as a wave 1 here, that is a huge, that is of course it has already broke the fib level for wave 4, by the way, in an impulse, only one impulse, and that means of course ABC definitely will be something huge, right? Even if it is zigzag, and that means we are looking very likely here for a potential 1 2 3 4 and a 5. It is time of course that the market start to push for higher after a very long boring sideways correction, and we are looking currently at the start of it in a very huge impulse as a wave 1 and then wave 2 3 4 and a 5 towards higher prices again. Yep, so this is of course regarding NASDAQ. I'm back to the wave 4. Well, I was expecting today to see of course continuation towards the downside. We all were expecting this, I believe. But what we saw, of course, is a totally opposite, and that is a signal there that we are reversing definitely for our extension again as a wave 5. This is regarding NASDAQ. For the SPX, again, I'm still, for SPX is a little bit different here. I would say your wave 4 might be a possibility here as 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and then of course finishing here as a potential wave 4, meaning you still have this potential extension, and especially that we are very, very far from the 0.38 here. I think we barely touch the 0.23 even, but taken, of course, it should be taken from this wave 2. Let me check. Yes, this is what I meant. So definitely we took only the 0.23 here, definitely no 0.38. Then yeah, that means of course it's not a wave 2, guys, especially after this impulse today that we are looking at and very likely unfinished and still looking for higher. Why I'm somehow a little bit confident, a little bit to push for higher, because if it's going to push down, it should have done it. Normally, if this is a fake news, then it should be done, yeah, unless of course nobody knows. I mean, no financial advice, but the things looks holding on and pushing with the momentum toward the upside for a longer time. So that is very likely that we have finished then a wave 4 over there. Your wave 4 is an WX and a Y, or it can be an A, B, and a C finished here as a 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Then pushing toward the upside here for wave 5. I know that this is a very choppy wave there, and wave 3 might look longer than wave 1, but at the end it's an expanding diagonal that I'm talking about here, definitely. Wave 5 is longer than wave 3, not beautifully like too much longer as it was supposed to be, but still of course longer than wave 3, which it can be of course an expanding diagonal. And I mean, regarding this choppy wave and all this confusion in the market, it is very normal to get an expanding diagonal, by the way, which is the most rare case scenario, and you might get it because of the confusions anyway. So basically 1 2 3 and then wave 4 and a wave 5. One more wave 5 might be unfolding to hit our 7k here for SPX, 7k 400 and around it. Yep, so this is regarding SPX. Finally, we're gonna see Dow Jones, and for Dow Jones, we are looking also at a potential finished wave 1. Now, our impulse was not finished. We were still looking for wave 3 here. And that means, of course, very likely then we are still in a potential WX and a Y. If this is really an impulse again, unfolding toward the upside here, 1 2 3 4 and a 5. Even the retracement is very, very low here for Dow Jones. Interesting. So if in case that Dow Jones is gonna follow That means, of course, that you are here in a definitely W, X, and a wave Y. Yeah, so we have like double zigzag, and of course separated by a wave Y. That because it's an unfinished impulse, and if we are really reversing here for something for higher, so definitely this is the case, and we're looking for, of course, this scenario, meaning an extension, or it can be, of course, a 1-2 here again. I mean, even the 1-2 is a little bit hard. I know it's very close, but yeah, it's preferably that it touch, of course, this wave to 0.38, the minimum requirement. Therefore, I'm tending also to push this as an extension one more time again as well, that it might be the possibility in a wave 4 here as a wave 3, somehow like this, like an A, B, and a C, expanding flat, perfect one, and then pushing towards the upside. Unless, yeah, but in this case also we have to use this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the candles internally are very, very, yeah, are very hard, honestly, to see Elliott Wave with it. I don't know why, but basically it can be something as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, guys. Yeah, it can be something as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here as an impulse, which it means, of course, can be an A, B, and a C as well. But I'm not very sure of it. I mean, here, that's why it's very, very hard to get a perfect chart with the candles on Dow Jones without gaps and so on. But basically, the structure for me, it looks like 5 waves. Yeah, so this is the thing. In case it is also WX and a Y, or an A, B, and a C somehow, can be a larger WX and a Y also. Because of course I don't see, I mean, I respect a little bit much more the fib levels to be taken, especially not such a gap, yeah, as a difference. If the gap was a little bit closer, I would say, okay, it might be a wave 2 here, but the gap is very, very high. And that means, of course, very likely this is a structure to unfold towards the upside. Unless the news are fake, we're not pushing toward the upside, we're not reversing, we might, of course, continue simply downward. That's it. So we cannot really yet, of course, confirm this before we get a 1-2 here and taking, of course, the high. 5 ways up, which is the impulse internally right now. So what I need to see, of course, is a 5 ways up, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. 3 ways down, of course, and then taking the high. Yeah, taking this high as a confirmation, okay, we are bullish. Otherwise, the things can turn at any time, guys. Maybe everything is just gonna come back to be a massive war and so on, guys. So hopefully not. Hopefully we get some peace, of course, and we get a little bit much more stable market, because also it is our job and it is getting affected, right, guys? So hopefully the things comes back to normal. That was it for the stock indices, NASDAQ, SPX, and Dow Jones. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.